Good morning, lovely. I got a channeled message. You are in God's hands. Imagine yourself being held in that space, that safe space so sweet that nothing can penetrate because you are in God's hands. All you have to do is sit still and receive. Make way in your heart and believe that you are capable of being protected and guided by something higher that sees more than you see. You are in God's hands. Surrender and be free. I want you to feel free to insert whatever name that you use for God or the divine or the source, the universe, because this is a message for everyone. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with rejecting people because they don't call God, source, the divine by whatever it is that other people call it. And we need to unite right now, okay? That's part of being in God's hands, is recognizing that we are all united, that we are all one, and that we are all held in God's hands, no matter what we call God, no matter what we believe in. Okay? It's an important part of this next chapter, is finding peace with this, with everything that's happening on this earth, peace with our own actions, peace with the actions of people around us, and that involves becoming mindfully embodying our humanity. Okay, a lot of us are just stumbling through, blurting out things, hurting people in the name of God, offending people and rejecting people because we think that they're wrong and we think that God would approve. But God doesn't approve of that. I don't care who you believe in. Jesus doesn't approve of that. Okay? So we have to become accountable within ourselves. No matter our religion, no matter our beliefs, we have to become accountable with whatever we believe in. Okay? And actually walk the walk. If we believe in something higher, but we're going around trampling all over other people and rejecting them in the name of something higher, we're in direct misalignment. We are actually in more of an alignment with what, the Christians would call the devil. I would call it ego mind, low vibration energy. All right? But this is for everyone. Disclaimer aside, you are in God's hands. Okay? You're going to be tested. You're going to be tried. There are going to be moments when you don't think you're okay. It's just an opportunity to expand further. It's an opportunity to ask for help. It's an opportunity to recognize your own worth and value. It's an opportunity to expand and take up more space, okay? To think more creatively, to think outside the box, to try something different, to express something new, to walk down a new avenue, to turn around and take a different path. Sometimes we are put on pause because we're going down the wrong path. Spirit's trying to redirect you right now, okay? I know it's difficult. I've been on this road full time, for a year and a half. I quit my old business and I've been in the palms of God for a year and a half, just surrendering. And this is not my first time doing this. I did it earlier in my life when I was 20. I had my first spiritual awakening at 17, and I sold all my belongings to hitchhike across the country. And mind you, I only made it down 3 states, but during that time, I never knew how I was going to eat. I never knew where I was going to sleep. And even though I'm doing it differently now because Spirit wants me to be comfortable, Spirit wants me to have a roof over my head, Spirit wants me to be safe, ways that I wasn't capable of taking care of myself back then, I didn't know because no one took care of me that way. So I might still not know how I'm going to eat. I might still not know how I'm going to pay rent, but the basics are provided, okay? And the thing is, we have to ask for what we need. We can't just expect things to come to us, and we have to ask. That's part of our job in God's hands, is to ask for what we need. Okay? So say, for example, you don't have rent. Have a conversation with your land person. All right? Have a conversation with them. See what you can do. Have a conversation with the people around you. See how they can help you. See how you can be of help to them. Utilize your skills, your energy, your talent, and time, and in replacement of money. And if you can't do that, you know that at least you tried, and then a new avenue will open. Because you're thinking differently, because you're thinking outside of the box. Thank you, Spirit. And Spirit says, because you're not being a victim. Victim mentality will get you nowhere. All right, I do talk about it a lot. It doesn't mean you can't feel the feelings. I had posted a video a couple weeks ago of me feeling the feelings, and I shared it with you guys. And someone told me that I was being a victim. It's not the same thing. Okay, owning your emotions, and especially sharing them in a vulnerable way to help others, is definitely not being a victim. Going around and dumping your story on people, it's all about the intention. Spirit says, what is your intention? In those moments, ask yourself, what is my intention? Is your intention exactly to get attention, or is it to ask for what you need? Be vulnerable, or to help others. In the case of mine, it was to help others. It wasn't fun. I don't relish those videos, but I do it because I'm asked to by the higher, by the higher one. I've never called God that before, but I like it. First of all, we just need to get really clear on who we are, so that when other people come and project on us and say, this is who you are, you're conceited or you're disgusting or whatever it is that people are telling you, or in this case, me, I need to know myself so well that it doesn't matter what somebody comes and tries to throw on me, I'm going to know. It's like pasta. It's not going to stick to the wall. It's not done. It's not right. It's not in alignment. It's just going to fall off on the floor. Just because you're owning your power or beauty does not mean that you're conceited, okay? Those are two different energies. And again, Spirit says, what is your intention? Is your intention to, feel better than other people, or is your intention to just own who you are? Because people will try to tell you that owning who you are is conceited. If you have beauty and power, if you have talent, if you have something to offer this world, don't let people talk you out of who you are, because they are threatened by you. All right? This is especially for minorities or women, people that have been squashed down on purpose. People are going to be triggered by you stepping into your power because they don't believe that you should be powerful. Okay? And I don't know the motive of the person who told me I was conceited was. I think that they were just triggered by the fact that I am owning my power and beauty. I've never done it. Trust me, other people are watching me from my past going, who the fuck is this? Because I've never, ever even known that I had those things, let alone owned them. But God doesn't give us things so that we can squander them, okay? Beauty is part of your intrinsic, if you are born with beauty, it's part of your intrinsic nature. It's just part of who you are, much in the same way that Cinderella was beautiful and all the animals loved her. It's just in much in the same way that a wolf is beautiful and that we are drawn to it by its beauty. We're supposed to own it like anything else. It doesn't mean we're supposed to use it as a weapon. It doesn't mean we're supposed to use it to hurt other people, and it certainly doesn't mean we're supposed to use it to manipulate others. Okay? Again, what is your intention? Owning your beauty is just a way of you stepping into your power, your God-given power. God doesn't give us anything that he or she doesn't want us to use. All right? I don't believe God has a gender, but if I must, I wouldn't choose one. I would choose both. The point is, there are a lot of messages in this bigger message. But we have to be accountable for how we show up, and we have to be accountable for how we share ourselves with the world. Don't forget who you are. And don't let anybody talk you out of it. Okay? Because you're worthy. You're a lot more worthy than you realize. And just because someone else tries to come and throw gross things on you, don't take it on. It's not yours. It doesn't mean that you can't. Spirit sometimes pushes people to say and do gross things so that we'll have a reaction. We'll actually witness what's going on internally. We'll face it and we'll release it. Okay? That's what happened to me. A lot of times people say things just to get us to have a reaction so that we can see root causes of things that are holding us back in our lives. If you've had people project on you recently, go inward. Don't point the finger at them. Go inward. Remove yourself from them. Those people aren't allowed back in my space, by the way. People that abuse and project, they're not allowed in my space. I don't care if comments make my videos go farther. Those people are gone. Mute. They don't get to come back. I don't allow bullies into my life. I don't care if it's a public forum or not. And you get to make the decision about that in your own life. What are you going to do with the people that come in and try to hurt you, that try to tear you down? Are you going to let them continue coming back in and doing the same thing? I hope not, because they certainly don't deserve to be in your energy, and you certainly don't deserve to be treated that way. All right? So own your beauty and power. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Own your connection with Spirit. Don't let anybody talk you out of what you believe in just because they are projecting on you. All right? I have some people that think I'm worshiping Satan when I use tarot cards. All right? This antiquated viewpoint of things that the church planted in people's minds so that they would turn against each other. Okay? We need to stop repeating things from hundreds or thousands of years ago in order to hurt each other and alienate each other. Those things were planted by man, not God. Fact. All right? I know I use the word fact in some ways that aren't fact. I don't really care. It's a fun thing to say, and it's also the way I feel. It's the way that a lot of people feel. All right? Like I said in a previous video, cats were deemed as demons back in the 1600s. All right? People did not have all the answers. We are coming up with new answers all the time. All the tarot cards are is a conduit, is a divination tool, a way to connect to spirit with pictures. As an artist, I love that. I love being able to show the conversation to you. I'm not communing with the devil, okay? And anyone who can feel my energy knows that. Let's stop running toward fear and assumption and start running toward God and start recognizing that we are God and that everyone around us is God, no matter whether we approve of what they're doing or not. Okay? There's the option of us tapping into a low vibration, what I would call the ego, what Christians would call the devil, okay? People do have the option of tapping into that, but it's very obvious on an energetic level. If you're smart and if you're tuned in, you can tell right away. People that just throw things like that, those people are more troubled, probably, than the person they're throwing things on. Almost, I'm getting 100% more troubled, okay? I'm tiptoeing around it because I don't like to hurt people. And I don't like to offend people. Spirit sent me here to trigger people into healing. Unfortunately, most of the time, all it does is trigger them into attacking me. But I still show up, okay? A lot of you guys misconstrued my message the other day when I cried at the end, that it was me being upset about the message that somebody sent me. That wasn't that. That was me feeling the emotions of the entire collective, okay? When people attack each other, when this is the world that we live in, I'm a deep empath. I feel it on an incredibly deep level. I was mourning for the entire collective, for the people that need to heal the most, for the people that are out there attacking. Those people need to go inward and do the healing, okay? And if you're one of them, I'm calling you out. And even if it means that you're going to attack me, a hummingbird is outside. Wow. I'm doing it anyway because that's my job. My job is to come and heal the collective, to heal myself. Sorry, I can't take my eyes away. To heal myself and then to heal the collective. If it means that I'm going to have people throw stones at me, then that's my job. I have to absorb those stones. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to turn around and throw them right back at you, because I would never do that. I am, however, going to be an example. And I'm going to walk as an example, and I'm going to shine as an example. And that's going to trigger some of you. And some of you guys are going to think that I'm a Satan worshiper, and some of you are going to think that I'm conceited because I'm finally owning my gifts. When only God and I know what my true heart is. I'm here to help you guys heal. I'm here to heal and help you heal. That's my job. Full time. Okay? This isn't a business. This is my life. I wake up every day in service to God. Every single fucking day. And the people that point the fingers, they don't know what worship really looks like. They don't know what being in service really looks like. To humanity or to God. It's easier for them to throw stones at me than to take accountability for their own life. So that's my job. To absorb that, to transmute it, turn it into something creative, artistic, like this, a message for the collective. So I hope you can receive this with love, okay? I hope you can receive all my messages with love and know that they are straight from the divine. And I know that if you really tuned into me, you would know that already. It's just your fear, some of you. It's just your fear that's clouding your judgment. It's just your judgment that's clouding your judgment. It's your need to, reject people and bully them, probably because you were bullied and rejected. That's why we need to do the healing, because otherwise we're going to just be out there hurting people unnecessarily. So this is a deeper message than I thought I was going to go. The Spirit spoke through me. This is the message that we all needed to hear. So I hope you can receive it. I love you. Like I said, this is my full-time job. This isn't a job to me. This is just my life. I do this for free. If you want to show support for my free content, I would very much appreciate it. It would go a long way right now. All right? Sometimes Spirit has me sit and surrender with $100 in the bank. A lot more often than you might realize. So your support is needed. All right? If you want to book a reading or a session, or you want to work with me and heal some trauma, dive into some of this stuff, self-love and worthiness wounding, I'm your gal, all right? That's what I came here to do, and I'd be honored to work with you. My website is sacredmuseproject.com. Please don't get scammed. Go through my website only, and feel free to reach out with questions. I love you, all right? Keep going.